As I think about this next baby that is gonna literally be here before I know it, it's bringing back some memories of my first. There were so many questions I had, things that you just don't know before you're a mother. So real, so raw, you have so many questions. And today we're just gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about those questions that everyone kind of wonders, like breastfeeding. Is it as weird as you think it might be? Things that I wish that maybe someone would have sat me down and told me, or been just super transparent with me about maybe some things you're gonna go through, the things you're gonna feel. This is only my second time going through it, so I'm just speaking from my first experience, and I am fully aware that as you have more children, experiences change. But here's what I know, and I'm happy to share it with you. I think that maybe if you are someone that either isn't in this stage of life yet, but it's something that you would just love to experience someday, then this video is so for you. But if you're also a mother already and you've gone through it, but there's something so valuable about hearing other people's experiences, and it just gives you a sense of you're not alone. I think that we can all learn from each other as mothers. And yeah, so this video is for all of you. I'm Kenzie, by the way. I didn't even introduce myself yet. I'm Kenzie Yancey. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a almost 2-year-old. I'm married to a farmer. I love him so much. He's the love of my life. I just am here to encourage you guys in homemaking. I just share recipes. I share just real raw life. I just want to encourage you. I love Jesus with my whole heart. Come along. We're going to go through these things very, very quickly, but I've got a lot of juicy ones for you. So if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button before we head into the video further, because that means so much to me, and I'd love to have you a part of my YouTube family. We're going to get right into this. It's probably one of the biggest questions that ladies have if you are planning to breastfeed. Fair enough. It's kind of I want to breastfeed, but I also have no idea what to expect. And is that not kind of weird? Does that not feel funny? We're all thinking it, and I thought it too. Again, this is my experience, and I want to be very careful the way that I come across, but this is my experience. And it is nothing like it might seem like it would be. It's completely different. It feels completely different. I do want to keep this PG because I know that this is probably going plain while your children are listening in the background. But rest assured, it does not feel the way you might think it might feel. I think there's maybe something about how when you actually have milk coming out of it, then there's a purpose for the suctioning, and so that is why it's not as weird as it might feel like it might be. So if you're haven't had kids or expecting your first baby and you want to breastfeed, but you're might be weird, it's not like that at all. Rest assured, it's the most precious thing ever, and you should totally go for it. Okay, the next one. You're not in diapers as long as some people make it sound. With my first, I had to have some stitches. It was very minor, but I want to say I was in diapers maybe 3-4 days, not long at all. Obviously, pads are another thing, and then you go to panty liners later on when there's just very minor spotting, but you're not in diapers the rest of your life after having a baby, girl. Don't worry, you are a human. You're wondering why we are literally ripping around the house as we're going through these points. It's because we're heading out for about 10 days camping again, and I need to get stuff done while we have this chat. The next one, I want to encourage you. If you feel when it comes to babies, you know nothing, I was in the same boat. I was the youngest of my family. I didn't really have much experience when it came to children and babies. And you know what? There is something so beautiful. It's a God-given instinct in us ladies that as soon as you have a baby, you know what to do. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain things where you're hey, you need to ask a friend, or you need to pull out Google. But there is this instinct that is you were designed and created with. It's the most beautiful thing, and you just know what to do. You know how to take care of your baby. You know what they need when they need it. Sometimes when you're in a situation, you just follow your instinct. And I think that as the mothers, we need to stay in tune with our instinct. I think it's so tempting nowadays with quick text to our mom, our friends, whatever, a quick Google search, ChatGPT. It's so easy to think that we can rely on that, which we could, but why would we rely on that when we are literally given this instinct, this connection with this child that we have birthed, we have grown and we have birthed, that we're given this instinct that like we can care for them and we don't actually need anything else. We don't need any other resources besides that instinct. So that, I just feel like that's everything from when your baby's hungry, when they're crying, what they need, and then even to like sleeping, sleep training, when and when not to, solids, what to feed them. And then it just keeps going. Like I have almost a 2-year-old and my instincts, I need those still for like discipline. I need them for, okay, no, like you need to go for your nap an hour earlier today. Things like, okay, no, like you shouldn't have a snack now because I want you to be hungry for dinner. Like it can be the most practical things, but your instinct will take over. It will guide you through motherhood if you allow it. So let's be in tune with that. And that's my encouragement. If you're not a mother yet, or if you are a mom, and be encouraged. This instinct is given to us. It's beautiful. And let's use it to take care of our children well. I fed Daisy early because she needed to nap early today. And then I was like, I'll just eat when Randall gets home. And then Randall came home late for lunch and I gave him lunch and I didn't eat lunch. And then all of a sudden it's like 2 o'clock and I'm like, wow, I should probably eat lunch. So, I know it's like always so interesting. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I love seeing what people are eating for lunches. So we've got leftover pork chop, sweet potato, and potato. So we're loading on the protein and carbs. All right, my next one for you, if you are interested in becoming a mother or if you are a mother, you do lose yourself. You gain this new person that you are so proud of. Motherhood is not easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It's not easy. It is so sanctifying. It's so like, I literally picture almost like a potter that's like making this beautiful artwork of like, say, a mug or something or a bowl, and they're just like chiseling away around, making it so smooth and beautiful and refining it. And that is exactly what it feels like to become a mom. That first year of just like becoming a mother, I felt like I was going through it every day almost, because you just are like, you lose yourself in the way of like the things that used to matter don't, like, and that's like honestly kind of like, these are, I almost feel like this is like a couple points in one. And the things that like used to matter, your priorities, they just change when you become a mom, and in the best way ever. Like things that used to matter, like I find simple things like I'll wear clothing now that I didn't used to. The clothing that like maybe was a little out of my comfort zone, like fashion wise, or like I was like, I think that's really cute, but like it's totally not in trend or whatever. Now I'm like, I'll wear it. Like I like it, so I'll wear it. There's this like level of confidence you gain as a mother. It's so cool. You're molded into this new person that is so selfless. And let me tell you though, becoming a mother, you realize how selfish you were. Again, I want to be so careful, because if you don't have children, I'm not saying you're a selfish person. I'm just saying that motherhood has made me a better person. It's made me more sacrificial. It's opened my eyes to what really matters. It's just in the most beautiful way. So don't be fooled. It's hard, but it's also so beautiful. And the person you get to become through those hard days and through the mundane tasks of a mother is just so incredible, and it's such a great gift. Okay, if you are about to become a mother, You are about to meet the person that you love so intensely much. No one can ever prepare you for the fierce, deep love that you are going to have for this child. But this little human is also going to be the one that drives you up the wall. Actually boggles my mind how much this person you love so much can also be the person that drives you the craziest. Like, you think your husband drives you crazy some days? You're about to meet the competitor. I don't make the rules. It's just how it goes. But you love them. In the end of the day, you love them. You put them to bed, you had the worst day ever with them, you still love them so much, and you're like, they're perfect. And they could do nothing to take away my love for them. Okay, this next one I'm very passionate about. I think that it needs to be talked about more, is postpartum. I don't actually know technically when they would say you're not postpartum anymore, because technically, does postpartum not just mean after you're done having a baby? So what I'm talking about here is fresh postpartum. I want to say the first few months, even more down to like the first few weeks. I was not aware, I was not told how emotional they can be. And when I think about the first few weeks after having a baby, I think of them as these vulnerable weeks where you have just went through something so incredibly crazy, delivering a baby. You all of a sudden have this baby in your arms that you have never met before. Now you've been carrying them, but like it's different. And they are in this new world that they are just trying to learn. So you take two individuals, two people with feelings, and you give them to each other and you say, hey, figure it out. And it's emotional. It's a vulnerable time. It's a time where things can feel a bit more sensitive. And I think that's why people try to put boundaries in place for those first few weeks, just so that you can fully enjoy the time, but also fully be able to just rest. Your body is healing. Your body is also in an instant like that, from when your baby's delivered, your hormones are like, okay, we're not growing a baby anymore, we're sustaining life outside of the womb. So your milk, your breast milk comes in. Typically the breast milk's coming in, I think they would say around the day 3 mark. For myself, I want to say it was day 2, day 3. Something I just want to speak on is the emotions that can come with postpartum. I am someone that pre-pregnancy, pre-mom life, I didn't really struggle with like depression, anxiety, that type of thing. I kind of was very go with the flow. Didn't have to think too much about anything, if that makes sense. But motherhood has changed me. I experienced that with like a washing over me. In postpartum, I felt the anxieties that I've never felt, and it kind of just like opened my eyes to what someone that deals with anxiety daily lives with. And so when I say anxiety, I think of it's little things like I would, and still to this day, things like, is she still breathing? And like you would need to make sure that their like tummy's still moving. Or you would think about things like, oh my goodness, like I'm walking down these stairs, what if all of a sudden I dropped her? Or like I'm cutting these carrots and she's in her bassinet like way across the room, but what if I accidentally dropped the knife and it flung into her? Like, I'm telling you, these thoughts are crazy and weird and just so out of normal. And then it goes into like, even for myself, once evening started to come, the sun started to set, this like anxiousness, almost like a little bit depression would set in for me. And I was like, why am I feeling this way? Like, I literally don't know why I'm feeling this way. I've never felt this before. I can't even think of anything that's triggering this. And so I just want you to know that if you want to become a mom in your future, I want you to know that if you ever experience these things, you're not alone. You're not crazy. These things are perfectly normal. Honestly, most of the time they do go away. I want to say that maybe the first month or so I felt some of these feelings, but they went away very quickly. And some of the things you kind of have to work through, like I said, to this day, I still have some anxieties that I think just like a mother carries, and it's just kind of one of those things that we have to just be on our knees as mothers in front of the Lord, surrendering our children. Like I said, we love them so much, we would do anything for them, but ultimately the Lord needs to protect them, and we need to surrender them because we know that it's not all in our control. And so yeah, I think that that has been so encouraging for me as a mother. But one of the reasons I wanted to chat about these things on today's video is because I want people to be so aware, but also just not feel lonely and not feel crazy and not wonder why they're crying when they have no idea why they're crying. And I'm not saying that this is going to be your experience. I've had so many friends that have went through postpartum and they didn't experience any anxiety or depression or anything like that. They're just like, no, genuinely, it was pure bliss. And that is also so okay and so common. And if that was your experience, then there's nothing crazy. Like, you're also not crazy for feeling that way. There's room for every feeling. I was chatting with a friend. She's about to have her first baby, and she's so wise. She was like, is there anything, like, what would be one of the biggest advices you could give me? And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I have one kid. I'm not very, I don't think of myself as a very smart person, but I'm like, how wise of you to ask that question. And this is kind of the topic I brought up because I'm so passionate about it. I made a promise to myself after going through that with Daisy's postpartum that I was like, I will never lie to someone and be like, when they ask me how I'm doing, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm great. Like, I'm going to be like, you know what, actually, like, I am dealing with some of this stuff. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyways, one of the things I told her was that if you do experience any of these feelings, one, it's okay. You're not alone. You're not crazy. And then two, if you can talk to someone about how you're feeling, it's so helpful. It's so validating. And like, my encouragement would be that it's with your husband, your partner. But if that doesn't feel like that's the comfortable place to talk about it, then I hope that you have someone else that you can go to that you know will be so welcoming just to listen. And it's okay. I remember day 3 when my milk came in. I guess that can actually be one of the most emotional days, actually. Like, Randall came into me like crying, like sobbing, and like he actually thought something was really wrong. Like, he was like, oh my goodness, did something happen? And I was just crying for mostly I didn't know why, but also because I just like was looking at Daisy, who was peacefully sleeping in her bassinet, thinking, oh my goodness, like, poor thing, she used to just be inside my cozy womb and now she's out in this world, has no idea what's going on. And like, I was crying about that, like sobbing. And right now I would not cry about that. Like, I can still kind of like see how, oh yeah, like that is kind of like sad, but also like, this is life. This is exactly how it's supposed to go. So, oh, sometimes you just feel things and act a way that you don't have words to put to, and that's okay. I need you to know the sex gets good again. There's a period of time, 1, when you're not having intimacy, but 2, it's a gradual, it's gradual. Be open about the communication, and I promise you, it does get good again. Obviously, sometimes there's healing that needs to happen. Sometimes it takes professional help if certain things like pelvic floor therapy, that kind of thing can be so helpful if things do feel very uncomfortable for a long period of time. But if it doesn't feel like normal or good right off the bat when you do start being intimate again, give yourself time. I know that the first while I was like, maybe I should go for pelvic floor therapy, even though my birthing experience was great. Like, there shouldn't have been issues or attention needed for that. But so then I was like kind of second guessing it, but then with time, totally came back. And so don't worry, hang in there. Okay, I think that's enough for today's video. This has been so good. I hope it's encouraging to you, whether you're someone that is anticipating this season of life, whether you're married and maybe you're trying to conceive at this point, whether you have children, and it's just so cool to hear other people's experiences. I am so thankful that you were here today. I'm so thankful that you watched this video. Motherhood is seriously such a gift. And you have that desire. I want to encourage you in that desire to, obviously if you're not married yet, then just kind of praying about it and like dreaming about it. It's so good to dream about. If you're dating a guy and you see marriage in the future, dream with your boyfriend about having children. That's awesome. If you're married and wanting children and maybe it's not your time yet, you're maybe begging the Lord for children, continue to beg him, ask him relentlessly for children. It is such a blessing. Like I said, it's not easy, but honestly, some of the best things in life are things that come with trials, and also, like I said, the refinement of ourselves, of our hearts, of our, just like the sanctification. There's so much grace needed in motherhood. There are so many times where I mess up, I don't respond to a situation the way I wish I would have. And it's so humbling and it's so like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Like, and I need to apologize to Daisy and then also to my father for like this precious gift you've given me. I did not steward well in that moment. There's so much grace needed for motherhood because it is so intense, but also the best thing ever. And yeah, hopefully today's video was fun and maybe answered some of those questions that you kind of wonder, but it's kind of awkward to ask someone. We need to talk about these things because so many people are going through it, and I know that this is my experience, but I want to share my experience so that you don't feel alone in it. If you ever have questions, comment them below or send me a message over on my Instagram. My Instagram is kenzie.yancey. I'd love for you to follow me there. We have lots of fun over there too. If you can subscribe to my channel, if you enjoy watching this content, just homemaking, keeping it real in motherhood, wife life, all of those things. I post weekly. I love your support. I appreciate your support, and I just love connecting with you guys through this way, creating a community of ladies that just want to do life really, really well and honor our Father in heaven through it. Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap this up now. Again, hit the subscribe button before you head out.